What's good, Buffets? Welcome back to another video. As usual, we're shooting for YouTube, but we live stream and we shoot ads as well in terms of talking about the products, nah? Herbal products. I've got the box of herbs here that we'll be talking about. Now, every week we've got a topic. Last week our topic was kind of what were we talking about last week? We talked about uktwebula. We talked about how umuntu moya wakhe mase bawuthathile basuke bawusebenza such that the goal is to take lo moya lo and bring it into now the energy esilwane esithile. We talked about some herbs. Well, we talked about ukukhulumisa umuthi. So yes, some of you don't understand why it's khulumisa umuthi. Head over to YouTube to go watch that video. Siyawukhulumisa umuthi, siyawu-invoker. We want to invoke it. When it's like this in the dry state, it's in suspended animation. Eki cancer bush, unwele, lerumo lamadi. This we use for immunity, we use for liver issues. It's an adaptogenic herb, so it soothes the central nervous system. It's great for mutotonyake pamkat, right? This is a must-have for you if utonyake pamkat. It and African potato, right? It's gonna fight the viral load. It's going to help you to strengthen the body. 100 grams that 150. As the name suggests, lerumo la madi, right? Those who understand Sesotho ba tseba hore ke bolela kang. Unwele, native to the Western Cape, ke ditlhare tsa basarwa, cancer bush, na? Shout out. Okay, cool. So today we're touching on Tabaya. What's this? Oh, Ubuntu Drive. Nah, we've got a new campaign called Ubuntu Drive. This is now our CSI Drive. Nah. This was inspired by someone who sent me a DM. Well, no. Firstly, Ubuntu Drive was inspired by one of the ladies who work with us here at CMOS Africa. The term Ubuntu Drive and the campaign we're running. This is an initiative where we go to schools. At these schools, we'll then be doing a whole pad drive. I've done this before in my other business in the past. It's coming back again. So I see that the universe really wants me to zone in on this one, right? So we're zoning in. So anyway, Nomvula dropped me a whole proposal around how she feels we should drive a campaign to assist schools. We'll have a nice package for the students, herbs, and some sanitary pads that they can use to assist them with their challenge around being able to afford the sanitary pads. This campaign is called Ubuntu Drive. Nah? CMOS Africa times Ubuntu Drive. The schools we're working with currently are going to be in Soweto. We're in negotiations with them. They've gone to pitch at the schools. And what will your job be as someone supporting us as well as them? In supporting us, we will donate some pads. 2, you will be able to bring pads into store. How will we drive this campaign? The buy 2 get 1 free campaign that is going to run from the end of this month. For you to access that campaign, you must bring us a pad, a pack of pads, right? If you want the buy 2 get 1 free campaign and you want to access that discount, we need you to bring us a pack of pads. So I don't know currently what the cost on pads is. Maybe like 50 Rand a pack. Yeah, so in essence, you bring a pack of pads and then we can sell you the CMOS gel at a discount. These pads will then be distributed to Banaba Koskulong. Now, Ubuntu Drive goes even deeper now. Why? We get a lot of DMs from people, banality challenges, spiritual challenges, health challenges, as well as emotional challenges. We get that. Like people write us a whole like paragraph on everything that's happening currently in their life and some of the most pressing challenges. So this one specifically was inspired by some dude who sent me a DM about how he dreamt about me being on TV. And in this TV show, I was helping now some dude. This dude reconnect. He just found out about who his father is, this dude. And in them finding out about who his father is, he wanted me to help them facilitate establishing the relationship from the spiritual side of things. Nah? So now this this is a whole TV show. It's on TV, and now this is what I'm doing. So anyway, TV has been chasing me for some time. I'm talking energetically and how I know somewhere, somehow, eventually I will be on TV. You know, we've had a few people approach me about wanting me to be on TV and so on. But those didn't play out the way, right? Perhaps it wasn't going to be what I wanted it to be specifically with those people. So anyway, it's fine. We don't chase it, we attract it, right? So now I see that, okay, we need to bring this thing to life. Be it that it's going to be on TV or that it's going to be on YouTube, however, we need to do this thing. So anyway, Ubuntu Drive, one of the things, Sayona, will be to go and visit these people. We will go visit these people on site. Re tla ba hlahloba on site, 1. 2, re tla ba thusa ra addressa their issues on site. Your job is to do what? Drop us a DM, write us a detailed message of what's going on, right? In regards to some of the problems you're having within the family. We will then decide whether yay or nay we can come over to you. Obviously, logistics matter. So unfortunately, we can't reach everyone. Most of the people we're going to focus on are here in Gauteng. But if you're not from Gauteng, DM us. If your story is really that touching, we might just come to you. Wherever you are in the country, we might make it happen that we come to you, all right? And then when already planning to approach. So sort of like what you see currently on TV all the time. Abu Utatako. You've seen these type of shows a lot, but we're gonna give our own spin to it, our own twist to it, and we're going to help people because anyway, the people are coming to us seeking help, huh? Outside of what we do in terms of consultation and herbal medicine. So this will be under Ubuntu Drive, nah? So if you feel you need us to come to you to help you with a problem you're having spiritually, if you want us to mediate between yourself and certain family members, this is the core value of my assignment, to help people to reestablish true connection, limsamo, right? Or tulo yabadimu, 1. So sometimes this means connecting with elders within the family who might not understand when you speak to them. Maybe you want to speak to your mom about an issue you're having around the true identity of your father. So I've got a lot of patients like that. The mothers don't want to reveal who the father is, right? Or the fathers don't want to come forward and take action. So we come see, we look into your situation, we figure out whether we can approach your dad or we can approach your mom together with you on this matter, all right? And then various other things spiritually. What I will not do though is be called out to take action in terms of like spiritual warfare on behalf of you for someone. No. We will not be shooting ditabata spiritual warfare. Moja Love already does enough of that. So do not DM us or lawyer your aunt and I will not tackle that. We focus more on the deeper things linking to spirituality, identity. Someone else will focus on that, not me. And not us here at CMOS Africa for clarity. Because already Moja Love is doing that, right? So on and so on. I feel that drives further this narrative, inter-spiritual warfare within families. We want to change things up. We want to focus more on the progressive, the light-bearing things. So if you want us to come out to you to pay you a visit and we come and address your issues spiritually, drop us a DM, give us detail on the problems you're having. Nah? We get that all the time, but currently there's not much we can do. What do we normally say? Book a consultation, come and see us. Some of them, they're not in a position to come and see us because financially they're not in the best position. So yeah, this will be our drive to help people. We will shoot this content anonymous, or if you want to be on screen, you can be on screen, but we will shoot you anonymously, hear your story, and then we'll look into it spiritually, and then we'll give directive as to what we think we should do. If you want us to come in to mediate issues in the family, some of you have got callings, your family doesn't want to accept the fact that you've got a calling. I feel that people are more receiving of me because of the way I am, right? As opposed to now core traditional ngaka. Wabon? Unfortunately, people are judgmental on image, right? So it will be easier for me to make your parents understand the situation you're facing in terms of your calling. Trust me, I'll be able to make them understand. It will be easier for me to make your dad understand why he needs to come forward to be more receiving, more accepting. It will be easier for me to tell your mom about how she needs to admit around Tabayan Tatahao, right? These are challenges I've faced countless times in terms of consultation intimately, right? So if you're ready for us to rock and see you, make sure to DM us and then we take it from there. Né? CMOS Africa times Ubuntu Drive. We're heading out to Retolbona. Sure. Let's go for a quick ad break. Okay, cool. Eke lion's mane mushroom. Nah. The lion's mane mushroom is used for its benefits in terms of improving cognition. It's for brain health, right? Both men and women can consume this. Young and old can consume this, right? This 50-gram pack, 175 rand. We consume jwang, we mix it into porridge, we mix it into yogurt. For those of you who are about the dairy life, right? Tea, it floats, it's very light. In powder form, it's very light, so it doesn't quite dissolve as such. Nah? We also have it in capsules in certain moments, so if you prefer the capsules, you can get yourself lion's mane capsules, right? It's also an adaptogenic herb. So it soothes the central nervous system. Nah? Some of you are dealing with constant stress, depression, tension headaches. It's good. It's good for nerve health. So if you've got issues like carpal tunnel, what do I mean? Carpal tunnel, pinched nerves here in the wrist, causing you like this weird sensation in the wrist. People who've got like tingling sensation in their feet and in their hands because they're diabetic, right? So they're having nerve problems. It will be good for you in that sense. Nah? Lion's mane powder, 50 gram, 175 rand from us here at CMOS Africa. All the details as to how to order will be left for you at the end of this particular ad. Sure. Okay, cool. Most of the time, the content that we push and the message that we share is inspired by things we see in and around us. I want to talk specifically about this family that I'm helping, right? Young family. The parents of this child, the father specifically, the father had an identity problem. And in him having an identity problem, his father is actually from Mozambique. His father comes into the country, adopts a surname that is local here. This is why Ubuntu Drive is so important, right? And where we're going with it. So anyway, the father comes into the country, adopts a local surname. In adopting a local surname, obviously, ubatla gore abe accepted here. Fine. Wanyala under that surname. Now the weird part is, okay, what happened? Like when they were doing the rituals to unify these two parties, because it must have been at that point where the truth came out. No, this person is using another surname. Okay, fine. At a certain point, it comes out. The father is now late. He has since passed on. Now, the son, who is now the parent to this child, this family I'm helping, right? The son, the father of the now child, the child has an issue. We'll get into the issue. The father wants to now correct Tabaya, his surname, right? And then, decide, okay, he'll travel to Mozambique to go and connect Libat Bahabon Tatohai. Asoke aye before. Obatla lukisa eng dilo tsa sefane tsa hae. Ha fihla ka kwa. Wa fihla ka kwa o kopana le ausi wa ntate wa hae. The sister then tells him, no, dude, Pela, your father, his actual surname is not X. It's actually Y, right? So that's when he finds out that no, the surname that he thought was his father's is not the right one. Yes, currently he was using his mom's surname because the mother and father had not completed their union properly. So this is why nabatla gore a ha bontato hae ba metsetse mmereko gore a kgone gore a lokise dilo tsa hae a connect le ba ha bontato hae hantle. Only to find out that no man, the surname he thought his father was using is not the one. Okay, fine. They get there, they do a ritual. In doing a ritual, Batsamali, his son. The son, I think, maybe is like 4 or 5 now. The son was fine when they went that side. Nah? Okay, after doing all of that, they come back. The son, Nasa Kopa Kopana, on their way back from Mozambique, the son was sick. And then in the son being sick, they take the son to hospital. When they assess the son, no, the son karo tshwenya ke insulin issue. Bam jova insulin. Khante bamofa too much insulin. This insulin goes to the brain. This then results in the child being vegetative. So we're talking about a 5-year-old who's now carried like a toddler, unfortunately. All right? Okay, cool. Now this child, sali vegetative, tlamele bamkerry, habuleli, sakopa kopan. So they come to see me. We look at the matter spiritually. What comes forward? That's umkhulu, ozalu mama. So the grandfather from the mother's side of the father, yeah, the child, right, is complaining, "Guthi nina nenza kanjani? How are you moving from us? Because you guys belong to us and going to your father's people. When you know that your father, one, lied about his identity to us, right? And two, your father didn't do the right thing for your mother. Now you want to go and action a ritual to shift yourself from this side to this side. Because they did a ritual, Mozambique, right? Or Lukisa Digo. Now, ke ena ntate o tseyang ngwana o, right? O etsang go bankare wa mthwebola wa mtseya. What is left now? The physical vessel, what we see. Because this child was supposedly said to have stroke symptoms. That's what I told you last week. We were speaking about his stroke, right? Umuntu mabamthwebula, when they're creating a separation between the physical body as well as the spirit, the silver cord, it's called the silver cord. When they want to separate, basuke bamthwebula bawukhoga moya o. Now, people have processes in which they can do this, but now to use Lomoya Lord to then build Umkov, right? To take the spirit and then invoke it in Isluanes Tile, such that this spirit can then take action based on now the desires of these people. In this case, this child is taken by Umkulu, and they are left now with this physical vessel. Why? Because they see ukuthi nina nenzisa umntana umbhedo. Nifuna ukususa umntana ngapha nimfaka ngapha. Ekubeni where you are going izinto ziyabheda. So anyway, now it says though lo mntana lo ube ne stroke utserwe. Udutsi libadimo mo ale ngwana o. They are staying here with the vessel. Okay, so when we look, this is now our prognosis in regards to this matter. Now, we need to bring back Lomoya Law to connect Nomtan, right? We're talking about a process we've been on for a good 4 or 5 months, right? Getting these revelations, of which we've been getting these revelations, right? Because I'd send them out on assignment. We've been doing process by process, right? Now we're getting closer to the final stage, healing the child. Final stage. Because now they've revealed revelation as to now, lomsebenzi lo wokuthini, sithi bantabadala siyashweleza around the issue where we took action, right? So there'll be a process that they'll need to do. Baham, this other family, I almost mentioned their surname, but the maternal family, Umkulu lo tatumtan, right? Now our job is now to bring the spirit of the child back to then reconnect with this baby. Wabon? Once we complete this one, I think this will be hands down, maybe like some of the best work I've done spiritually ever, right? In terms of assisting people. And we've done some really serious things, like some really serious things. So to be able to achieve this for them and usher them and help them in this process to get them to find full healing for their child, I'll give myself a pat on the back, which I say I shy land. You understand? So anyway, my point here is that as we navigate variables around dealing with the spiritual problem, we require patience. 1. 2, we require consistency. 3, your role as the parent solving the problem is very important. This is why Ubuntu Drive, we are saying, we are okay with, on your behalf, going to talk to your parents about a problem. Right? A problem that we need them to take action on, because I can give them use cases, scenarios around where we needed the parent, because this is what will solve the child's problem, right? So we will go that side. So anyway, now they're at the final stage. We went through winter. Winter is not a time, us actioning rituals. We are first aligning the vibration. So I think we started early May, May. We're now in August. They've just gotten revelation around the process at yesterday. We've been using Law of 36 protocol, right? The book, going through the different phases to get now to where we are currently. So some of you, your kids are sick, and but the problem is actually underpinned by a deep spiritual problem. This is why I also say, if you're going to switch from one surname to another, it's a bad idea. I say let's be neutral. Because look at what happened with these ones. They thought they were doing the right thing. Baya flop. And now they're paying a big price because Moana. But fortunately, we're getting there in terms of being able to assist the child. They were even telling me yesterday, Jorge, the child now, because we're talking about someone who just will look up into the sky and just, then Sningning makes sounds. But now apparently, wow boya, Sningning utla boya, asheba around, and then gone again. So meaning the reconnection between the spirit and the body, there's potential for it. It's showing us that, right? So we're getting there. So anyway, now I'm also gonna get them on a ritual. We spoke about the ritual to reconnect the spirit, and we've just been able to tell. Stroke victims, those of you who are dealing with stroke, we have to look at it from that context. Immediately when someone says, hey, uchoreke stroke, we go and we look spiritually so we can deal with the problem. Or raipatlis, so that we can get revelation instantly as to how to take action. So now they're going to make the child an amulet. A white cloth, now a clothing item of when this person was fine. The clothing item they wore when they were fine. We're going to cut 2 blocks kayona, right? And then combine the 2. So under the case that umuntu twebuliwe, sizodinga umuthi to sever the covenant, right? The covenant they are now invoking by ukudonsa lo moya lo and trying now to attract it to a certain energy. Re tlo spanaka isicigi somkhovu, re tlo spanaka mafura ne amkopa. Re tlo akopantsha ra wa kenya into this pouch, we sew it. The sewing action is the ritual of re-sewing the spirit with the physical vessel. Then we make an amulet and the patient wears it. What are we trying to do? Establish the vibration to reconnect the spirit. The spirit is in the white cloth. We will bring the spirit into the white cloth. It's similar to what we do when we call the spirit of an aborted child into white clothing items. Very similar, right? So white is an absorbing color. It absorbs. Okay, great. So anyway, this child is going to get this done for themselves. Then we are now doing what? Doing this process so that when they go out to go and do the ritual they need to do, the spirit and the child, the vessel, the 2 parties are there. So that we can say, so anyway, it's taken us so long to get to this current revelation that we're on right now. It's taken us months to get here, right? Where we get now this revelation as to what are the details, what are the rituals we need to do. Now, they're on another assignment to get deeper revelation on, okay, so yenzani ngale mbuzi esosebenza ngayo. And if roihlaba under what context? Guys, wrong. Now, a lot of you, the ritual, listen a deep understanding as to why you must do the rituals. Problem. This is why we use Law of 36 framework to get confirmation on things we want to take action on. Right? Things we want to take action on because these things are very binding. Right? And they've paid the biggest price because they took a binding ritual that binded them to their father's people, and then umkhulu wathi no, not a chance, ngiyamthatha umntanami. Why? Because already ufila trauma ya gore, they took the father of now this child, right? Who is now the one trying to fix his things by going now to Mozambique to go and engage in a ritual. Now he sees that the grandson, who he had hopes in, is also now experiencing the same. Bayamthatha, not a chance. So umtati. Right? So anyway, this process requires time. It requires dedication. And in all of this, what are they learning? In all of this, they are learning that we never take action on things based off external advice. We never take action based off external advice. We always confirm first as to, okay, bantabatala, these are the things we've heard in consultations. That's why I'm saying to you, we spoke, we got consensus yesterday. It's okay, this is what is being proposed in terms of ritual. Go confirm. Then come back. If they give you the green lights, go do the ritual. You understand? So a lot of you hear from healers, and healers say, you must do this, you must do that, you must do this, you must do that, but it doesn't work. Or it puts you in the red, boy. You understand? In the red, boy. Because right now they're in the red. They're in the red. So it's that serious, this thing, as we navigate this journey. Let's go for a quick ad break, Buffett. I want us to talk about, it's been rolling now. I want us to talk about CMOS and the different ways you can consume your sea moss. So right here in my hand, I've got, okay, well, on my lap, because I can't hold it all, I've got the products that sea moss comes in, right? The base product being the raw sea moss right here. This is raw sea moss, right? Wild crafted from Tanzania. Raw sea moss. We can either make it into, we dry it up, we crush it, and then we make the powder. Sea moss powder, right? The raw sea moss 100 gram, I think 150. This you can use to make sea moss gel, right? It's difficult to make the powder, so I wouldn't suggest you buy the raw to try and make the powder for yourself. No? It's difficult to make the powder. Make the gel if you buy the raw. Make sea moss gel. The instructions are on the pack. If you want convenience and you just want to buy gel already made, 110 for 375 ml jar of sea moss, right? Then some of you ali enjoy the texture of the gel. So the sea moss powder thing, we put it into capsules. You can also have capsules. Nah? The capsules are gonna cost you 200 Rand. Sea moss powder capsules. You take 2 a day. So 60 caps, 30 servings. So this is a month worth of sea moss for you to take on a daily basis. So these are the options you have in terms of being able to take your sea moss. All of these can be bought on our website or in store from us. So depending on preference, you can come through to come get some sea moss from us in various forms. Nah? Sure. Do you have any questions, them or TikTok? Great question. Well, the amafuta wengwenyana responding yona in 2 use cases. These are the 2 use cases I've come to get downloads on. The first use case, haritila ka sejeso, selesho, na? We want to deal with idliso, right? Some of you are having now gut discomfort and it's come forward that you so you consume la mafuta lao. So you take the actual fat lard out. So in the bottle, it's in like this oil, sodium benzoate, na? Get a preservative. Renta lefura le. Lefura le rekal cutter into small pieces and wash it down kamets because it's hard to chew. Atile mafura. Then you wash it down kamets. Nah? Cut it into small pieces, wash it down kamets, consume 1 piece maybe over 3 days. It's a small piece anyway, right? If you can consume the whole piece, that's fine. You can consume the whole piece, which is not too easy. So you have to cut it so it can be easier for you to wash it down. This is clarity. And then 2, the other use case, some of you are dealing with bloating, right? And then now this is why you've got bloating. Basically, mafura kwena unblocker the sacral chakra. So any energy blockages, any energy attachments, it unblocks them. So idliso is an energy attachment on the sacral, right? Just as umoya is, it's an energy blockage on the sacral. So rekaspana kama mafura kwena in these 2 use cases. Anything else? Great question. Sea moss powder, 100 gram, I think 170. You can mix with water, although it's going to gel again. Mostly here, people are using it for cooking. People are using it for smoothies. People are using it for porridge. Those are the best ways, in my suggestion, or rather, in my opinion. No? So either put it in porridge, smoothies, put it in your cooking. How and it's good as a thickener. So kai kenya kamodi stews, na sea moss powder, sure. Hey, what else about how to use cleansing candles? Okay, it's the first time I get clarity on the blue, yellow, and green being referenced to as cleansing candles. No, I'd like you must give more detail because I teach a different ideology around candles. Is the candles bring about the light, right? And why do we use them? We use them as a transformation tool to get revelation. They're a communication point, not necessarily a cleansing point. They are more so, we want to understand as to, okay, is there a need for a cleanse? And if so, what cleanse? This is the relevance of the candles. Candles put light upon dilo tsa bophelo ba hao. So my suggestion to you would be, if you do want to cleanse, use the candles as a means to establish a communication channel, a light, a beacon of light. Use the fire as the energy transmutation vibe, right? To talk now into existence. Gore king se tlamele o se etse mabapi le the cleansing process e tlamele o cleanse. Because le gona, what exactly are you cleansing? Why? Oh, okay. No, understood. Head over to YouTube. Now, on YouTube, we've got videos on this abortion, miscarriage, detailed, like tutorial, exactly how to say what you need to say, what to buy, how to set up the candles. So you can follow that video verbatim, step by step. Did on our YouTube channel. Nah? This will then give clarity. So just for broader understanding, for us to go into it here quickly. Okay, so normally, right, when someone is born, right, we need to ground them here in the physical sense by doing what? Doing rituals. What did our ancestors figure out? Okay, asibike siyambika umntana, okay, simenzela imbeleko. We are grounding the energy here in the physical. Now, obviously, all protocols need to be observed in terms of family identity and so on, right? Before nithi nizo engage in ama rituals for umntana. If things aren't done right, you cannot take action on rituals in the sense you're trying to ground the child in a particular identity, right? Okay, cool. Now, children that are miscarried, that are aborted, because of the nature in which they've left us, they carry now energy esaba allowing gore ba tlo kena into the realm, the light realm, ba dule le mangelo ya kganya. They died under low vibration, unfortunately. All right. So now we need to appease the spirit. So what do we normally do? We use white cloths. So normally some of you will hear, hey, you had a miscarriage, you must cleanse. And then cleanser. Not a problem. If it works for you, great. We want you to find healing. But some of you, it doesn't work, right? Why? Because they're using a standard approach, not an approach that has been confirmed by the baby themselves or the babies. So normally we go on a 9-day confirmation. So you'll see in that video, it tells you this. We do a 9-day. What do we do? So you've just gotten revelation around how you need to attend to a miscarriage. We'll buy the clothing item white. So similar to what we were speaking about earlier, ho reconnecta moya wa motho thwebuliweng ra mmuisa re tlisa moya o initially into the white cloth because of whatever might have happened wherever the spirit is. So we do not want to attach it to the physical while still carrying the dark energy. Okay, so we now bring this child here. We bring them closer to the candles. This is in essence the process yokumbiga. Right? Although they are not alive, but it is in essence the process yokumbiga. Masimbiga, we summon the spirits of the child nabantabatala. Normally I say let's call them neutrally. We call those who perpetuate the light. Okay, what do we want to do? We want now to speak to this child. That's why we're doing this whole confirmation period. What are we having conversation about? Okay, you tell the child the situation, what happened, right? My child, I had a situation around miscarriage. This is why you weren't able to make it, la emhlabeni. And in njengoba I had a miscarriage, ngila ngiyakudonsa ngiyacela ukuthi usondele. Abantu abadala nabo bakhona ukuthi bakukhanyisele izinto zakho, right? Basically, KwaZulu baruwetsa lat. But before the final lat ritual, we are talking to the spirit to find out exactly how does this child want to be appeased. Not all children want chicken. So some of you will go and do a chicken ritual, right? Little slaughter a chicken. An offering. Who is this offering to, Khan? Right? The offering is to the child. To appease the child and what the child has been through. The offering is to the ethers, but in essence, it's to the child. So not all children want chicken. That's why some of you have done these rituals countless times and it's not working. So we need the child to tell us, what do you want? So that's why I say we go 9 days, confirmation. So in this 9 days, what are we paying attention to? Dreams, intuition, visions, and so on. The child will tell you, you'll dream of things like maybe you've set up ilati and you've got the chocolates, and then you get exactly what you saw there. You do not second guess it. You get exactly what you saw there. If uzibona usemanzini, then we're manzini. So this is what we're doing. Over this 9 days, we're getting confirmation. Siyabika. Silungisela ukuthi sihlambulule le nkinga le esinayo. So I need you to give me clarity as to how exactly will it work for you. If the child then says, no, go connect with this healer. This healer will assist you in cleansing, then you go there. Even those who've heard from healers, right? You can do this process at home to confirm if they're okay with you going to do the cleanse with that particular healer, the spirit of the child, that is. Right? So anyway, the video breaks this down for you properly as to how to speak to my omdana, as to what to do, how to engage. And then it also breaks down, if you don't get clarity, we'll then go ehlane to go and give to nature so that nature can take this dark energy. So cleanse the child of the dark energy, and then you can come home with the child under context of the light. So meaning the child is in the clothing, right? These clothes will then be kept in the space as a reminder. None of your future kids will wear these. None of your current kids will wear these. These clothes belong to this child, all right? And then this child is now brought forward. Uyabikwa sekahlanganiswa nabantu abadala. Uwetsetswa meetlo ya hae hantle, right? I hope this gives you clarity, but for more deeper clarity, uka kena mola mo YouTube. Anything else?
She's saying what she was there last week. She forgot how you instructed her to use the cameras.
Oh, she came for a session last week. Yeah, tell her to go to YouTube. The YouTube video is going to assist her. Yeah. Go to YouTube. On YouTube, there's a video, né? If needs be, chat to us on the WhatsApp number, depending on where you went. Chat to that particular that particular store's number. Ask them to share with you the video assets pertaining to miscarriages and abortions so that you can take action.
Then we have Mama Gita. Please suggest anything for a 10-year-old who has issues with managing his colon and pulls on himself.
Oh shit. That's so broad because okay, fine. I have so many questions. Maybe Mommy Gator ukarungalela a deeper message. Gore, does now this 10-year-old have to wear a nappy? How long has this problem been going? What is the prognosis via Western medicine? Bardintangi? Have you looked into it spiritually? Is it something you've paid attention to that maybe this thing is a spiritual problem? That sort of thing. Maybe drop us a DM on that. Then channel rato that we're on the live stream. O kopa ang share and then re kgone gore re itoloke, ne? Yeah. Ke hloka deeper clarity actually.
Then we have Katsu. Katsu is asking, what would you recommend for inflation and mind fog?
Oh, inflammation. Okay, so for mind fog, I suggest lion's mane. We've got lion's mane here. If you've got brain fog, right, and your brain is not functioning optimally, lion's mane is going to be good for you. It's going to help you clarity of mind, right? I think in combination with ashwagandha. So these two in combination are powerful. 90 Rand for 50 grams of ashwagandha, 175 for 50 grams of lion's mane. Ashwagandha, an adaptogenic herb, but it's also good for mental focus, stamina, and clarity. So anything relating to clarity of mind, ashwagandha will choose. So you take this maybe in the morning and then lion's mane in the evening. You can take them together in like your porridge, a spoon of lion's mane into porridge, a spoon of ashwagandha into porridge. Nah? Sure.
Desire would like to know the benefits of black seed.
Oh, black seed. We just don't have some here. I don't know if you can quickly pull some for us. Let's wait for the products. Maybe we can take the next question.
Then I have Mimi. It's Mimi here. But I was supposed to come last week Tuesday and second follow-up, but I feel sick. Then we have Atleham. I've got a child visiting me in my dreams and appearing as a star. What does it mean?
Appearing as what?
As a star.
The child appearing as a star. Talk to the candles. I don't do dream interpretations. Why? Because I don't want to mislead you. No, the battery's low. It's fine. Okay, cool. I don't do dream interpretations because I feel it is your responsibility to talk direct with your people about the things you're seeing in the dream sense. So if they want you to, if they want me to do dream interpretation for you, they should then tell you, "Tsa mo bona Thabo. Thabo o tlo o thusa ka tsona ditoro tse tse o tshwenyang." Why? Because you will dream something that doesn't even relate to me. I will then, in you telling me about the dream, want you to come do some rituals under me, because obviously, going concern, I'm gonna make some money to drive the agenda, right? Ya gore ke etse zaga and not necessarily help you. This is the problem we have in the spiritual space. You share dreams with people who, for them rather, you are their target market. They make money from you. So talk to your people, tell them exactly what you saw in the dreamscape and how you need clarity on that. Because that's such a broad dream. Dreams are not standard. I know they like to make it seem as though dreams are standard, but they are not standard. No? And then black seed powder, kalonji. This is the powder. We crush the seed into powder. Now, it's great for dealing with all sorts of problems. This is like one of those herbs that deal with any sort of vital issue on the body: heart health, liver health, kidney health, blood health, viral load health, infections, hypertension, tsukiri, kanker, pamkati, all sorts of problems black seed deals with, right? We can even read here antiviral, so pamkati, right? Viral load, isn't it? Immune booster, pamkati, or any autoimmune disease, right? It fights cancer. We use the word cancer as a means to bypass TikTok's issues. Fights rheumatoid. So rheumatoid ke arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis ke autoimmune disease, right? Good for liver health, anti-inflammatory, anti-parasitic. It fights against tsukiri. So this is an all-rounder for people to take to optimize the body. Ke motsosha, ke revitalizer. 100 gram ya teng ke 130. How do you consume it? Normally I say let's take it ka honey. Some will mix it into teas, very spicy. Some will take capsules. Some like the oil. It's also good for hair and skin. It's good for eczema. It's good for all sorts of problems, in fact. Black seed, very powerful herb, no? Sure.